Welcome, my beautiful crafty friends, to Donna Creations and More. I am Donna. Today is a Fakebake Collaboration, my very first time hosting. And my other host is Sabrina of Craft Nanigans. Sabrina Craft Nanigans. So please check out our channels and check out the playlist in the description box below. So now let's get on to crafting. So here's my inspiration. This beautiful sign I got at DollarTree, and I will be using that in a later video. But I have some heart cookie cutters here. And I'm just going to take a piece of cardboard here and wrap it in parchment paper so I have something to put my cookies on after I am done cutting them out. So I'm going to use some air dried clay from Crayola. I went with this clay due to the fact I did not want to use the foam clay because it shrinks, and I wanted to keep the size that it has. Now I'm using the Crayola clay here, and I'm going to take my spacers that I made out of 2 pieces of wood here, just painter's sticks, and I'm just going to roll it out. And take a piece of plastic wrap, which I'm using a plastic baggie instead, to make them puffy looking, so they don't have that sharp edge. And what's cool about it is it also gave it a little wrinkle edge on the sides, like the macaroons have. So you don't have to do anything, because we are going to make cookies and macaroons. So I did bake these to rush them, and you can do that in your oven on low temp. I did 175 for several hours and just kept rotating them. And my camera shut off when I was doing my cake, and I'll explain that later. But here we are going to make some lollipops, and I got these socks from Hobby Lobby. And here's the cake lid. I already did this, but the camera shut off. It was a box from DollarTree, and I just glued a heart onto it. And there's my poor cake to the side there. I'm really upset my camera shut off, but I don't know. And I'll explain how I did that, but I'm just going to take these 2 foam rounds from DollarTree and stuff them in the sock. And then once I get to where I want them, and just cut it off. Now, no, look, I put a rubber band on it. You guys, you should see this. I'm thinking, okay, I'll just put a rubber band on it and just cut it. Now I only have to cut like one side, or whatever, glue down one side. No, this is too funny. So I glue down the top and make sure I put the edge towards the back, and make sure I try to blend it in really well. And then look, it looks like a balloon. So if you want to make fake balloons, haha, Donna just told you how to do it. Oh, too funny. So I'm going to have to take that rubber band off and cut that end too, which is fine. You're not even going to be able to tell once we're done. And I just make sure I push my fabric to the back and make sure it's right along the circle edge, and cut off any excess. And then I'm just going to do the second one, and I just sped this up. I don't even know why I'm showing you guys it again, but I did. Could have cut this out, I guess, if you want to see it again. It'll be super quick. It's kind of funny, I got like a 30-minute video, but guess what? It took me 2 days. And probably like 6 hours or 7 hours of recording. Anyhow, I have these balloon sticks from DollarTree, and I'm just going to pick a hole in the very bottom and hot glue them in. And same with my little cardboard piece, and glue it on the back. Now, I didn't finish the back of them. I'm going to. I'm just going to put a piece of cardstock on the back. And I'm just going to take this ribbon here, and I want to put it on the balloon sticks. So I had to cut it in half to make it smaller, or so it would just cover the whole stick. So I added all my ribbon. Oh, cutting another piece. So I'm just going to add it to all 4 of them real quick. And then we'll just move along to the next DIY. And we'll be coming back to these. No, we're not moving on to the next DIY. What am I talking about? I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these lollipops here. And I'm like, no, that don't look right. So, anyhow, I try to do a finger bow, you guys. I watch videos. I really got to get a piece of string and sit around and mess with it. I couldn't do it. So, I'm just making, looks like a breast cancer sign, and just then glue it together like that. Yep, just like that, and glue it onto my sticks. Now I got my 4 lollipops. And then I got this stuff, Decor Mesh tubing. Well, I thought that would be pretty cool, and it's a nice contrast to put on with these compensation heart lollipops. And so I'm just going to hot glue that around on the front edge and the back edge to hide all the little edges of that mess. So voila, it's all gone. And I wanted to make another bow, but this wasn't double-sided and didn't look right. I just didn't have enough white string, but that has to be on my list to buy. So I'm going to do the same thing to the second lollipop. I thought these was a really cute idea. When I saw these in Hobby Lobby, I was like, oh my goodness, I am getting these socks. I can make so many lollipops out of them. And they're tube socks. They're really long, so. So now we're done with our lollipops. Look at them. There they are. And you'll see them in the final reveal. But we will come back to the heart ones because I do something to them. Excuse me. So here I have. Sorry, you guys. I'm still sick. I have some cupcakes that I made. If you ever follow me, I do have a plaster of Paris video. Well, I just took plaster of Paris and put it in a cupcake pan and made these cupcake bottoms. So, I'm just gluing like double of the cupcake liners from the DollarTree onto them. Again, it was just it's just plaster of Paris bottom. And I have a whole tutorial on how to make fake bakes with plaster of Paris. And I will link that in my description box. Or you can check out my fake bake playlist. And remember, check out this playlist. So I'm just continuing adding my cupcake liners. And they are done for now. And now it's time to decorate them. Yep, I got stuff all over the place. So I'm using this DAP spackle from Home Depot. And I'm going to have my little piping bag here and tip. I'm using the, what everybody uses, a 2D star tip, flower tip, whatever it is. But I use a coupler on my bag so I can swap back and forth between tips. And that is awesome to use. Because boy, did I keep switching. Excuse me again. So I just add a dab in the middle, and I'm just was like going back and forth and swirling it around. So there's my dab, and I'm going into an E shape. So I'm just swirling it and swirling it, and I keep doing that, building it up, and then I go to the top and just like spiral it and put my little tip on. And if there's any spot, there you go. Any spots you need to fill in, just fill them in. And then here's number 3. This one gave me hell today. I dropped this sucker 3 times. Because the bottom's heavy, and I just kept losing, I guess, feeling in my hand, and there it went. So this was the take 3 on this cupcake. So I just did the same thing on all 3. And my coupler came off, so the next DIY I do, I have to start with a new bag. And interesting, I figured I would cut this out. Oh, here we go. So here I got some sprinkles recently from Hobby Lobby. So I'm just going to spray my cupcakes down, mist them with a little bit of water. And this I did backwards. I put glitter on first. Don't put glitter on first, because then you're going to have trouble getting your little pieces to stick. And yep, see, I got to sit there and poke them all in to make sure they're going to stay. So put your little sprinkles on first, then add your glitter, unless you want to sit here and keep taking one by one and poking it in. But I took my time on adding them where I want it, what I want it. But it is easier when the glitter is on, because then you have this pretty color, and it's just easier to put the sprinkles on. Like this way, it took me so much longer. And I'm still poking them in. And this one I decided to add the little envelopes, because they were black and it matched the wrapper, cupcake wrapper. So there's my 3 cupcakes, and you'll see them in the final review. Then I got these 3 little jewelry boxes from DollarTree. I thought, oh, how cute to make these into some baked bakes, and plus can be a gift. Now, I think that part of the video did not record where I added the hair rollers inside the whole jewelry. But that's all you do, is add 3 hair rollers on each one on the inside, and you can add your rings or tuck a little necklace in there as a gift to someone. Super cute little idea, but I ended up using this pink one on my fake Valentine's Conversation heart cake. So I'm just doing the same thing. I was dabbing it up and down to get the little star thingy up top, but I switched. No, I didn't switch tips yet. And just went around. So I'm just going back and forth, back and forth. Nothing big. And right now it is on the craft foam because it's still drying, but it won't stick to it. You will be able to take it off, or I don't think it'll stick to it. Look, I had a piece of them fake sprinkles stuck in my tip, because remember I had to redo that cupcake. Yep, there's a sprinkle too. And I just put that cupcake with the sprinkles and the glitter right back in my piping bag. So then I decided, okay, I'm going to go around. I love that little star looking thing on top. I'm going to go around all of them and do that too. Give it a second layer, make a cute design. It's so adorable. So this one I decided to take this pink glitter on and just put it on the very bottom. And now, here's this. I saved this plastic from my 2004 planner, and I just heated it up and bent it into a zigzag accordion and traced it and cut it out to the shape of the bottom of the cupcake. You can see right through the bottom. Something told me when I went to throw my planner away, do not throw this plastic away, you can use this. So yep, here he is. I'm using it. Now, a little tip here. I was having trouble. Spray it with water to make the spackle stick to the wood. And you'll see I'm just icing this like a cake. I'm just rubbing it all over. No rhyme or reason. Just getting a nice thick layer on so you don't see the wood. And you'll see me keep spraying it when the water is drying. And I make sure I get down in the little accordion part really well. As you see here, I'm just getting down in there. And yep, I'm making a mess, but I'll just wipe that out with the wipe. Clean it off. Here I go with my piping bag again. And I'm just adding some little specks in there. And I'm taking these little beads I have, these pearl beads, and adding that to it. And I'm hot gluing it so they'll stay. I don't know if they're going to stay or not with just the spackle, so I figured I better hot glue them, but I didn't hot glue them all. So we'll see. This is a test. So then I'm going to take this cardboard heart I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to stick that in the top. And I'm going to do that same little tiny star all around the heart, and then all around my cupcake. And I like this so much, I even decided, hey, I'm going to add it on the bottom instead of me having just that little zigzag. And that's what I did. And then in the original cupcake you saw had little curved parts down like that. So I added them in. And there we go. And I'm just going to add a couple of my little beads here. And a little bit of glitter. Wipe it off. I sprayed it with some Mod Podge, and that is done. Alright, here is the clay hearts. So I got these stickers from Hobby Lobby. They're gel stickers. So we're going to make some conversation heart cookies. So I take these gel stickers and put them on my cookies. Now they're sticky on both sides. At least it felt like it. I don't know. Stuff kept sticking to them. I had to clean them off. But I did end up spraying them with my pies, and I went crazy spraying everything around me. My cupcakes and all. So I'm just going to add these to my 6 cookies here. And you guessed it, yep. I'm going to add the same little tip. I'm using that little star tip, and I'm going to go around all my cookies and make this pretty little design so everything matches. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw these gel stickers and Hobby Lobby. I was like, oh my goodness, they are definitely conversation heart cookies. And voila, here we go. So we're just going to finish these up. And then that will be it, and you will see them in the final reveal also. There's the Mod Podge, and I'm just going to give them a quick spray, and then I go crazy and do everything else. So here I have some conversation hearts and my pearl beads, and I have these trees from Christmas. So I'm going to turn these into conversation heart Valentine's trees. So I'm just hot gluing the conversation candy. Now, if you don't have to use real candy. I do show you, they do sell conversation heart erasers at Hobby Lobby. Use them. I use real candy because they've been sitting around for years and I'm never going to eat these suckers. And I've seen other people use them on crafts, so heck, why not? I don't have any little critters around here that's going to come along and eat them. And if I do, oh well. He has a tasty little treat. That's all I can say. So I'm just going to decorate these cute little trees. Just continue with the candy and the pearl beads. And you'll see that in the final reveal. Now I'm going to take some white paint and pink parfait and mix that together. Crazy how this video is going so fast and it took me so long. And I'm going to give these a coat of paint. The other 6 heart cookies that I had left. I made a dozen of cookies. And these are going to be our macaroons or macaroons, whatever the heck they're called. I think people call them macarons or some, I don't know. I call them macaroons. Simple, easy to say. So I just give them all a quick coat of, I only gave them 1 coat. I love using the sponges because you don't gotta add many coats. And I mixed just enough goddamn paint just to coat them up. So yay for me. I was like, gosh, watch me not have enough paint. So yeah. Here they are. We're just going to now take our spackle and the same little tiny star tip. And at first I put 1 layer. And I was like, ugh, it's not thick enough. I am not liking that. Just like a tiny little Oreo that's not double stuffed. So I'm adding a 2nd layer. And I didn't fill the whole thing. I'm like, why do that? I only need it to show on the edge. So there's my macaroon. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other 2. And if you're wondering what the bag says, I have no clue. It was some kit off Amazon. It was a whole baking kit. And that was the name on the bags they gave me. So there's my macaroons. And you'll see them. Alright, here's my cake. Now I used 2 of these boxes from DollarTree. And I traced the edge out onto some craft foam. And then hot glued all the way around the edge. And then same thing for the top of both boxes, and I glued them on top of each other just like that. And then the box I made, the heart box I just did, I put on top. Now for my base, I used one of them dollies, and I took a piece of cardboard and traced out the dolly and glued it together. And now I'm just adding my piping on, and I'm just going, I think, back and forth right here. No, I'm going in that little E design. I like the E design. You just swirl around and around and around. Pretty cool. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm still using that small tip. Now I'm switching to the big size tip for the bottom. And this one I'm going back and forth, back and forth. So I go over and then come back and then over. And that's all I did. And then I'm just taking the same tip after I finish here, and I'm just going to put little dollops all over my cake. Making sure my spacing's pretty good. Just like that, as you see. And they look like little stars. Maybe this is a star tip. I don't even know what the tip is called. Like I said, it came in a kit. So, I just picked what I thought was decent. And I am going to take, yep, them conversation hearts. But I also have conversation stickers that I got from Hobby Lobby I will be using. So first I'm going to take one of my baked cookies. And I'm going to add that right on top of my cake. And then put some more icing in the back to hold it up. And now time to decorate. There's the stickers I got from Hobby Lobby. It's meant to cover a cup. But, nope. I'm going to use them for my cake. So I sit here and one by one and cut them out and stick them on. Now I did not do all the way around my cake. Just the very front. And then I go and I'm adding on my conversation heart candies. And that's all I do, is I add my candies and my stickers and decorate my cake. Like, this is my favorite. This is my first time ever doing a fake bake cake. And I love it, love it, love it. And you'll see all this in the final reveal coming up in a few minutes of what everything looks like and how it all came together. And you can see the stickers there, and you can't see me cutting them out because I bring them forward, but I'm cutting them out. Not perfect, I'll say that, but oh well. And then I'm back to these lollipops, and I have this DollarTree yarn, and I thought it was missing something. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this yarn around it, and that's what it was missing. Now they look super pretty. I love them. It completed the whole look. And there's how my little Valentine lollipops turned out. Now the final reveal. Here's the final reveal. This is my inspiration. Here's my 2 different lollipops. My trees. My cookies. My macaroons. My little jewelry boxes with the curling rods, pretty cupcakes. They turned out really nice. I love my cupcake sign. This is super pretty. And my favorite, of course, is my very first bake cake I've ever done. So the cake is my favorite, and then I would say it's a toss up between them two. Oh, those are even for 2. And I think 3 would be my trees. Because I think they turned out super pretty. And the lollipops turned out really nice. Remember, this was from the lid, from the cake. So if you ever get boxes, make sure you get lids that come with your cake that you can reuse into lollipops. Cupcakes are so pretty. I will seal them. Oh, I did seal them. They were sealed with the Mod Podge. Everything was sealed except for the macaroons aren't. And the cake will have to be sealed. But how adorable is that? I mean, I gotta be careful because it's still wet on top. But I'll put you can put a little treasure inside. So cute. For my first cake, look. I did the little squiggly back and forth, the little spirals. And then the little doodad thingies like that. Not bad for my first time. And same with the cupcakes. It was fun. This was super cool. How I made it like 3D. And I have, what gave me the idea like this is I have a cupcake upstairs from Hobby Lobby that lights up. That's pink on the bottom and white with the lights that light up. And then the heart on top was pink, but I didn't have one, so I just added red, and I actually like it with the red. So this is the final review. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the collaboration. Remember, check the playlist in the description box below and in my comments. Bye. See you on the next tutorial.